Welcome back, everyone who has stuck with me for this long. I have not watched the Royal Rumble, just snippets of what I've caught offline and the fact that I read the results. Well, not all of them, just one match. And the one match that I really hoped that WWE wouldn't. But who are we kidding? That they're just going to shaft you a little bit more. They're just going to play their fucking games, and they're just going to. This is why all elite wrestling exists. Okay? This is why AEW, I think it's called, exists. Because the WWE has talent, and they don't know what to do with it. Now, I do apologize if I didn't come into this video ultra satisfied, if you will. I do apologize if I didn't come into this video and just automatically give my name and title and then just try to pertain to some of you YouTube viewers who just want me to beg for subscribers, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to document bullshit. Apparently, because every time that I get screwed, or every time that I feel like everything that I don't want to happen happens, I tend to make a rant about it on YouTube or Tumblr or any other non-existent plane of internet videos out there. Now, I don't know who won the Royal Rumble. I don't know whether Finn Balor beat Brock Lesnar. The one match that I had my eye on, that I thought to myself, only could possibly have one result. That one result just got nicked in the ass right now. Because the fact is, and like I said, who are we kidding? It's the fucking WWE here. There's a reason that all elite wrestling exists. Okay? And we'll get to that in just a moment. As if I didn't already say it. The fact is that the WWE just nicked their own fans in the ass. And if you're a Daniel Bryan fan, you might want to cover your ears. Okay? Because the fact is that Daniel Bryan is nothing more than a piece of trash who needs to be taken out to the curb. He should have stayed at home. He should have fucking stopped with this. And this whole Daniel Bryan persona, this new Daniel Bryan. I'll take my fucking jacket off. And I'm a new person. That's exactly what Daniel Bryan has done. He just shedded a new skin. He's still the same Duck Dynasty reject is what I keep calling him, because that's what he acts like. That's what he entails. He doesn't act like a professional wrestler. He doesn't at all come... Whenever he first joined the WWE, he was the man of knowing how to submit someone 1001 ways, and he ripped that off from Dean Malenko. Okay? Because Malenko was the man of 1,000 holds. Oh my God. Okay, and the fact that I'm even wasting my breath talking to you people again about the fact that Daniel Bryan should have been a stay-at-home dad this entire time. It really turns my stomach to see Daniel Bryan in the main event of yet another pay-per-view taking someone else's spot that they deserve that he does not deserve. Okay? There are many, and you can go down the roster, many people who deserve an opportunity more than fucking Daniel Bryan. And Bryan doesn't deserve 5 minutes of TV time in the WWE, let alone to be in the building for 5 minutes, let alone to be in the same fucking zip code if I haven't already gotten it through your minds. Bryan is nothing more than a piss poor performer, a piss poor athlete. Athlete, if that's what you want to call him, and entertainer, if that's what you want to call him, and he's just there to support the little kiddies. But now Daniel Bryan is the new Daniel Bryan. What's so fucking new about him? He didn't shave his beard. He didn't fucking grow 10 inches. He didn't... I don't understand. He didn't change his attitude either. Sorry about that. Had a hair in my mouth. I'm not sure why. Daniel Bryan has had this same persona, and he will continue to have the same persona because it works for him. Yes, yes, yes. And you people eat it up. You're like fucking a dairy cow in the morning, and he's just milking you. I know that's probably an obscene reference to make, but you're allowing it to happen. Instead of turning off your TV, instead of not tweeting, "Ooh, the new Daniel Bryan," you're eating it up. That's what you're doing. You're just feeding into the corporate bullshit that the WWE wants you to feed into. You buy his merchandise, you chant yes, don't deny it. You're part of the problem, and see, the solution is to ignore him. AJ Styles, however, has had a much different path than Daniel Bryan. He never pretended to be anyone that he's not. And for that matter, he didn't have to have Vince McMahon hold his hand. Daniel Bryan has had McMahon hold his hand throughout his career, through every single opportunity that's been given to him, because he doesn't deserve not anything that he's practically been handed. And now you mean to tell me... Now, I don't know whether or not this is true or not, so do apologize. Leave a nasty comment and tell me if it's not true. You mean to tell me that Samoa Joe will be facing off against Daniel Bryan? What the fuck? That's not even a good match on paper. That's on paper. That looks like, okay, a really big guy is going to face off against a really small guy. Okay, like I'm supposed to buy the fact that... Alright, here we go. Now there's a reason, like I said before. Okay, let me back up. I'm jumping from one place to the next because I want to cover so much in such a small snippet of a video. Daniel Bryan has done nothing to really make the championship. You know how they say the man makes the title doesn't make the man? In this case, Daniel Bryan is a paper champion, okay? And he has been for a very long time. He's held the United States Championship, which, by the way, he did not deserve. He did not earn an opportunity yet. He was just thrown into a storyline one time, and what do you know? He got popular. Popular enough to be a minor title holder. Oh, he started doing funny skits with fucking Kane and Dr. Shelby and started doing this again. And you guys were eating it up like a dairy cow in the morning, like I just said 3 minutes ago. And what do you know? He got multiple tag team opportunities, multiple tag team titles. He was even voted Tag Team of the Year, thanks to you, the fucking viewer. He's had Intercontinental Championship gold, I'm sure. I'm sure that if he hasn't had Intercontinental Championship gold, it's coming soon. Like I said, I really don't pay much attention to the accolades that this man has, because I would prefer it if he was wiped off the face of the earth. And throughout his career, Daniel Bryan has done nothing to really raise the persona of the championships that he has held. He's done nothing to really make them as prestigious as what they already were before he held them. That's the part that really pisses me off. Because if you are what you say you are, Brian, and you love wrestling, then you would put your career in jeopardy in order to make sure that the wrestling company that you represent gets the highest ratings, gets talked about everywhere, gets... And the only thing that Brian does that you people eat the fuck up is this. Yes. 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 And that's it. That's all that he has to do. Move his fingers up and down and say yes. 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 And I'm sure that the new Daniel Bryan doesn't do that. I'm sure he says no. Or some other one-liner catchphrase that he's going to put on a t-shirt, and he's going to try to rip off Chris Jericho by drawing a goat looking animal looking thing that's supposed to be him, and all of a sudden it's got his merchandise somehow ripped off Jericho, because people know Chris Jericho is the GOAT, but somehow Daniel Bryan puts a fucking goat on his t-shirt and it sells like fucking hotcakes. Okay, another thing that I really wanted to get out there. All Elite Pro Wrestling. You know, there's a reason they exist. And it's looking like they exist for the sole purpose of showing the WWE how you should book a show. Because if you've looked at the roster that they have lined up thus far, it looks really, really impressive. Aside from maybe one or two names. It looks really good. All Elite Pro Wrestling looks like a powerhouse of a wrestling company, and if you haven't already seen that roster list, which is constantly being updated, then you should go look at it now. I think that I've made all the points that I want to make in this video. Quite frankly, I was hoping that it would be less than 5 minutes. I don't know all the results to the Royal Rumble 2019 pay-per-view, and I'm not going to sit here and ramble on and on and on about meaningless bullshit that I can't control, because I feel like that would be a waste of my time, and quite frankly, my heart hurts from talking about this right now. Those heavy exhales that I keep having, and the fact that I have to keep making these dramatic pauses and doing this number, that's me stopping myself from taking my phone and throwing it fucking in a lake somewhere. Because I cannot take this nonsensical bullshit that you people keep trying to feed me. That Daniel Bryan is some great athlete, some revolutionary wrestling persona, when the fact is that he is nothing more than yesterday's news. He was irrelevant in 2010, 2009, 2008. You know, whenever he was in Ring of Honor, he was irrelevant then. and he's just as irrelevant now because he can't put together 3 sentences to make a good promo. Because whenever it comes down to Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe, honestly, on paper, who do you really want to see win? Not some 3-foot troll who thinks that he can just powerhouse everybody in the WWE and overwhelm them just because he has a little bit of managerial experience. He used to come to work in a suit and a tie, and then he used to tell them how to do their jobs with a clipboard and answer to Shane McMahon on a storyline that was barely fucking written, even to a possibility, even to a point, because they really didn't have anywhere for Bryan to go. The point was that Daniel Bryan, apparently, according to other resources, got too popular. So in order to write him off of television without making the fans mad, what they had to do was get rid of him. So they forged medical files and they faked an injury. And they forced him to retire for a little bit. But you want to know what happened? His merchandise sales went up. It was a marketing scheme. And you want to know what else happened? Apparently, Total Divas had to have an episode about this, where Brie Bella told Daniel Bryan to never give up on his dreams. And apparently Bryan went and seen a specialist, and another specialist, and another specialist, and then they said, you know what? You good, bro? We told you that before, remember? But, you said that the WWE, their doctors, wouldn't let you wrestle. And then the WWE, well, they reviewed his case again. They reviewed his case again. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, they basically just decided it was a good idea to let Daniel Bryan, yes, come back, so that all of you little kiddies, you little 5-year-old snot-nosed brats, would be happy. Does that make sense? Because if it doesn't, I got news for you. That's what happened. So the 2019 Royal Rumble was a bust. About the only good thing that came out of this that I'm reading about was Becky Lynch. After she lost her match to Asuka, apparently she tapped out. But Becky Lynch gets a second chance. And I'm all for Becky Lynch getting a second chance. Because unlike Daniel Bryan, Becky Lynch actually has talent. And she actually can cut a promo. And she's actually got some athletic skills. And she's cute. Unlike Daniel Bryan, Becky Lynch has a lot more going for her than he does him. Now, by the end of this video, you're all going to be mad, and you're all going to tell me about it, right? Okay, so my Twitter is at mocha_CPR if you want to tell me about it. Awesome.